That he doesn't get ran over mid by the
There will be random inspections sometimes.
Rotating to his lane.
Seeing a first level engagement here. The high ground is being taken by Nigma, but Nigma not so confident about their high ground. Oh, there's GH who blocks this. And he has a tether. He's fine for now. They want to counter Nation. We do have a hook on mind control. Who's the target? Who's the target, mind control?
Okay, was it mind control?
First division from Reflection, not a bad start. And now Scam.
Bye-bye.
Easier target, no need for the
Cam.
hook at all. Failed to score the first blood. Perfect execution by Nigma, giving the first blood to their mid laner. I had to ask you this though.
First blood cop, is it scary? She's playing against...
Death Prophet is neutered in this patch.
DP?
What do you think of her right now? Like the Spirit Siphon change especially.
I'm not sure what to think of the Siphon changes, so now it's not percentage based anymore, it's just like...
8 is quite high.
Damage, right? Doesn't scale too well through the game. And
8 is insane.
Early on is a lot worse too. But what I didn't know is that when Exo is running... So when you level up Exorcism, you get passive movement speed.
Yes.
Like 12, 6, and 20%. But when you use the spell, you get the same amount again. So I think when you actually have the Exo running, you're zooming around a lot. But this hero's laning stage should be a lot worse. You're slower, and a 40 movement speed is a shit ton, especially early on in the game. That's basically boots. Like this hero just got minus 500 starting gold in terms of the laning stage.
Right, exactly. It's, I mean, you start to see him. Look at him go. We just get the camera on FPZ as he's trying to get back to his lane. This poor woman can't find her way home. There you go. Finally, FPZ reaches
Carry
the creep way.
DP? No, it's off lane.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's good against Pudge now at all, right? Because you don't have the max health, so this pick against Pudge doesn't feel as
What was the percentage before?
So the flesh shift controls against your ghost.
Can someone do some maths? The difference?
But I think it's still an okay
It seems better,
matchup.
honestly.
I mean, DP is one of those heroes that really hates to be pulled out of position, which is why traditional heroes like Bad Rider, Vengeful Spirit, and Pudge can be a problem for you if you ever get hooked. But if that doesn't happen, the Spirit Siphon should
if you have 2000 life,
I guess help you a bit. You have the Exo against the hero. It's definitely
it's
not
worse.
as good
Above
as it
2000
used
life
to be,
is worse.
But it should still be an okay
Below,
matchup.
it's better.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe I wasn't given enough credit. Can we talk about that lane swap though? Why? What is the choice behind this? Is just to put the DP?
It was 5.5.
I think it's to put the void
16?
away from the
Plus
Pudge,
5.5?
actually, because if they start,
6.5 with
let's
talent
say
is
they
broken.
have just a lion stun into Rot on the void and he time walks away. I think at
Then
any,
it's way
if you
worse.
just hook him back, which isn't actually that hard to do. I think he
Wait,
just
that can't
dies,
be right.
and they would win the trade battle up here. So I think the lane swap makes a lot of sense.
Tell me it was draining 1,200
this
life
scenario
from
right now.
2,000 euro?
All right. Do you think the void is going to be able to match?
Ban everyone, shut up.
Or you still think he loses that lane?
I think he
Well,
might
Zeus
slightly
getting
lose his
stomping.
lane, but
The fuck?
it seems that is just something that they are gonna be okay
Who is
with.
it? I'm talking
I
to
assume
you.
that they want their
You.
team to be off to an okay start.
Not you, the other guy. Yes,
Whenever they
you.
have meta, I don't really think you can touch them here anyway.
Randy
And on the
Terrorblade playing a
contrary, I also
retard
think
hero.
that Tusk DP would do much in this lane. Io is traditionally a good laner against Death Prophet.
Since Randy's
because
playing,
Death
let's
Prophet is-
do a little
You're
abuse.
never gonna force kills on Io.
Let's do a
You're
quick
like a slow damage hero.
Terrorblade.
It's kind of like Venom.
Turn it improved,
Io is very
whatever.
good against these
Better
heroes
laning
that deal
stage,
low
nice.
damage over
Mana
time
cost
because
decreased.
You'll just stay at full HP all
Nice.
the time on this TB in the lane.
Reflection
Just outsee as your
duration.
opponent.
With reflection cooldown.
Okay. And I wanted to touch on the last lane here as well, which is the mid lane. Ever since the small camp
Where's the other one? Country image
disappearance,
damage.
right? Isn't
You
the
mean ever since
Zeus-
this morning?
Yeah, ever since this morning. You think the Zeus has been nerfed a little bit here with the Arc Lightning
Check
build? Does he have
cop.
that small
Nope.
camp to recover? Or is it not that big a
No.
deal because his laning is still good?
I honestly can't tell. I guess most heroes in that sense were nerfed.
Now look
They
at this,
have,
look at this
like,
Void
lane
here.
push, but
Like
Zeus
this is how
probably
Void is
still one of
supposed
the
to be in
better
lane. He's
heroes, right?
struggling.
Because he has
He's
high
not having a
base
complete
damage,
free lane,
he can
getting
push
Giga
the
for. He's a
wave and
weak
jungle, but
early
he can
game
also
hero.
just lane straight up, right? And he should be
But
okay
when
with
Alliance
this.
play
We
against it,
need to
he's getting
remember, though,
free
that
farm.
Sumail had first
How is
blood
that even
in this game,
possible?
which, I mean, it makes the most difference in the mid lane. He's going to have his bottle earlier, the stick, the magic wand, as we can see here. So I think that he probably was already supposed to win this
Cop is
lane,
kinda
like
sexy.
slightly, like maybe 45,
Reworked Scepter.
55, 45, or 60-40, and now maybe
Shadow
even a low bar.
Strike
Okay, that's
has increased initial damage in despite all enemies in an area. When Shadow Strike ends or is
they're noticing
reapplied.
Kuroki's away from the
Oh,
lane.
is he
but
dead?
That's not going to stop Yopaj. That's not going to save him. He still has the heavenly jump. And Kuroki loses vision of him despite the mana drain. Here's the TP
Now
from
blink.
Tims as well, but they're committing for
Yum
Yopaj.
too
Still
early.
slow by the Shadow Strike. They hit him
Oh,
with
he's
the Something in the
fine.
vein. Yopaj, thanks to the tango, actually will survive, and Tim's help
Quick
Very
cut,
welcome here.
please.
As now, Nigma swaps targets, goes for Tim's instead, but the damage shouldn't be high enough to kill off his Tusk, who also has a ring of protection just in case. Yopash, though, goes back in, trying to act a little bit greedy, hoping to kill Kuroki, but he himself will die instead, with Tim's getting the counter kill on the enemy support.
When Shadow Strike ends or is reapplied on enemy hero, the target emits a scream
nice
of pain hitting nearby enemy heroes, doesn't trigger on illusions or on
Nigma. I
death.
think they understand that the Pudge, I mean, mind control with his double bracer, laning against the snail.
New
of
item
with
shop.
200 movement speed, they're
Wow.
not really gonna do much to him, right? Nigma looking to abuse.
But is
the
it in
mid
your
lane, as we
neutrals?
touched on earlier,
Oh, we did.
try and speed up the Queen's game, slow down the Zeus a little bit.
Good design.
So Kuro moves mid, they get the kill done. They even force the Tusk to come mid anyway, so top just becomes a 1-on-1. Maybe Yulpash, you know, being a little too greedy, staying around, but it's
Reading
always
about
a little
today,
weird.
my
You're low
jaw
HP,
is hurting.
Water roots are about to spawn. If
My
you
jaw is
go back
hurting.
to days,
Not
like
what
you
your mom
shouldn't have done
feels
so
like.
Anyway, but
Every
very
night,
nice play
feel
by Nigma here
more
to get
empathy.
themselves a bonus kill. That's Kuro.
Tim's, yeah, he found Kuro. Nice little ice shards there. Kuro is going to die, but mind control does hook Tim's. That's actually a really good hook here.
Just walk
Tim's
next to
might
him.
fall to mind control.
Don't hit
IPZ
him, just
slowly
walk.
crawling over to mind control as Snowball gives him a little bit more time for Tim's to lead. He uses the Snowball defensively to get away. FBZ though won't change mind control because again he has 285 movement speed. There's no point.
I love Pudge games. I just have to throw it out there. Like, as you just see this hook, you just see this hero, you know you're in for like the fun in the game increases by like 9,000,000%.
Yes, surely he won't be
I agree.
nerfed
Thank
to
you,
the ground
Nigma,
again.
right?
Oh, for sure.
Opium.
Yeah, for me too. I don't care about them. I care about my enjoyment here.
Right. Every hook is so hyped. Like, it could be a hook that leads to a team wipe. It doesn't matter. As long as you get the hook on the target, it's something so satisfying.
They nerfed it a little bit, still
I
viable.
can't wait for him to hook out people from Chrono this game. As he hooks the siege
Yes.
creep top, I'm gonna make sure that that is noted.
What are you doing?
Hook count is very high up right now. And mid lane,
What
we
the hell was
kinda
that?
see what
Okay, he's got
I
3
think it's
bottles.
somewhat obvious is going to happen this game, that they look to abuse the Queen of Pain even more. It starts from the draft, then the first blood, and now they're here,
But-
3-on-3, battle mid.
Yeah, those ice shards should be impactful for Yopash realizes his mistake as Sumail can just blink on him. But Yopash now with a little bit more movement as Zeus should have. With that jump, he gets away. Skem, though, in trouble. And with the slows plus the Shadow Strike, Skem is just going to die.
You can never leave.
Something I wasn't aware of until now where I see it, is that if you get to keep your siege creep alive, which is often going to be the case around now, the 6-minute mark, you have this HP region creep. I mean, they have Zeus, so he's just going to blast it to death, but you definitely want to look to abuse your siege waves if you can, with the bonus HP region from the creep, as we have some more go on mid. Sumail blinks in.
Yeah, Sumail is a blink now, but they missed the cookie. They hit him with a snowball hover. Sonic Wave still available for Sumail. Uses it defensively, gets everyone away from Sumail. And now Sumail has a blink in 2 seconds, but the lack of mana here as he used the Shadow Strike
Deny.
instead, committing to Tim's dying. One more kill for Nigma.
3k lead already. They know that, okay, so DP, he TP'd mid 2, mind control getting some more space up there, and Sumail is off to a... Yeah, well, he's off to a very hot start, right? He has the daggers, gonna keep healing him as we have another go on Skem around mid.
Yeah, Kuroki is just living here for free. Skem is going to die. However, if they can catch Sumail, this would be pretty good. Sounds a magic wand. Goes to treads first. Swapping. The blink ready. Sumail just playing at the very last second, making sure they can maximize damage into Yopash so the supports can finish the job. As GH tethers his good old friend Kuroki. And they get 2 kills out of that.
Yeah, Boomer getting outplayed right now, I have to say. Nigma are abusing their draft to the fullest. The max Shadow Strike right now on Sumail, it keeps giving him the small heal over and over. The magic wand, GH tethering him with the headrest, the magic stick too. Right now, if you're Boom, these fights, they don't benefit you at all. Nigma's tower push is not really good, right? Like, they're here in the hopes that they get to squeeze in some kills or force all the region out of the zoo. So you're better off having Yulpash play more safe, maybe hit a jungle camp,
they're stomping.
and keep a support
What the
around
hell?
the tower, right? Like, if they use 3 heroes here to watch the tower and hit it every now and then, it's not really worth it. But if you keep bringing heroes here and also turn the silence into a 1-on-1, you're not losing mid, but you're gonna lose on the silence too, as Kuro bottom.
Yeah, at least Earth's
Randy's
one
stomping
hero. Tim's
again.
still stuck because of his ice shards.
Kick by.
Thunder God's Wrath gets rid of Kuroki. Top lane mind control. He's chasing after FBZ, but this is a very boring tanky
What a
fight.
funny lane, man. These guys are both like so slow and so fat and tanky. They can't really do anything to each other. Just look at each other, hit creeps.
I mean, the fact that Pudge, as fat as he is faster than DP naturally should be an offense to physics. So she's supposed to be floating. Doesn't help her at
True.
all. Now she has Exo.
Now that he has Exo skilled, he's actually, you know, not doing that bad anymore. And
Oh, wow,
let's
that's
see.
actually
So
good movement speed.
yeah, it's 370. It's Wait, what? Now it says 320. Maybe because he got the boost and the tooltip is bugged or something. Does he have 320 move speed for you too? Or 390 on
370.
DP?
Yes, 370 for me. Yeah, it's just a visual bug.
Okay, it's just a visual bug. Who cares? So
Beta.
DP's bottom.
They're gonna fix it
He wants
soon.
to get
That bug
out
has only
of
been
it
in for like
because
2
they
years
expect
now.
Sumail
They're gonna
to
fix
be
it
here on
soon.
top, which is, you know, a pretty
Go
good
about
assessment
them.
because he is
Mali
in there
Blue,
aggressive
thank
jungle.
you.
They just wanna go bot together, speed up the game. This is not too bad. Usually when you're down by a little bit, like 2-3k in the early game, it's better to
Okay, get in
connect
the
to a tower
tower.
together and connect your strong heroes, which is right now
You got a
Chrono
3k
plus
lead
the
up.
Exo. So I like
Get some
this move by
chiggies for
the
Andy,
DP.
please.
He's also dodging a gank at the same time, so well played by FBZ and Boom here.
Yeah, and the goal for Boom as well is to make sure that they can't utilize this time to just push mid, which is why this Zoo stands here. Really difficult to push against this hero with Max Dark Lightning. And we see Scam making sure to at least delay
what do
his
you even
top
buy
push
with
a little
Cop
bit too.
nowadays?
Typical 5, just
Kaya
sapping
Sanj?
experience top.
Yeah, he's gonna get his XP because the next most important step in this game is that
And what does Potch build if
this
he's
is a
off
good
lane?
example that LGD do
Can you
probably
buy
the best out of
Axe?
any Dota team. Even in the games where they are behind, let's say like 2k, 3k, their net worth can be a little bit deceptive around the 10-minute mark because that's when every hero is gonna start having his ultimate. So now even though Boom are down 3k gold, if the Snapfire gets his tome now, and they connect Zeus, Snap, and Void, it doesn't matter how much net worth you have on this queen. You're gonna die unless you get reload out, and you will not have time for this. So what I want to see Boom do is get the
Io.
tome on the Snap, he's leeching his XP,
Nerfed Io
and then
feels
look
good,
to
man.
perhaps combine your heroes with the next Exo around the mid lane. Because even though you're behind, your spells are incredibly strong, and you should not let that stop you from making aggressive moves.
We'll see, because Scam has not been able to
Good
reach that
afternoon,
level,
Bell.
5 just yet here, still hanging on the
Let me
tree.
just unmod you for a sec and see what happens.
pinging.
He has got the tome, though.
Unmod Bell
Should be
Miku.
okay with the tome. It's gonna, I guess, cookie himself out soon.
Do you
You're
smoke
able to
on
remove.
the level 6 on Snap?
What?
If you see a nice kill with the Void, it's gonna depend a little bit on what the map looks like, then absolutely. Best case scenario, you smoke around the tier 1 tower where like your DP goes from the front, pops his Exo, starts looking a bit, where your Tusk and Void, you go around. And you look for maybe a Chrono into Snap ult, Zeus ult, and to be fair, no matter who you run into, they will die. So I'm gonna be very interested to see how Nigma respond to that, if they're gonna have people ready to break the smoke, or is GH gonna like instantly cast relocate when he sees the Void time walk in, because this has to be the next big timing of this game.
Yeah, and there's the smoke. That's what you were just mentioning. We have Mask Menace
Counter
and
smoke.
the Chrono onto the Void. Counter smoke from the Co-op and the IO. Potentially reload out, who knows? We'll see. Depends on how they catch him.
Oh, this Illarune could be deadly if it happens at the wrong time. Never mind, they run into DP.
She's safe.
FBZ already times the Queen of Pain. The
I
reinforcement
hope that was
coming.
a humbling
Jackie's ready.
experience.
Nice Chrono.
Spell.
Nice Chrono.
It's both. There's no relocate out, which means
Ooh.
Samil is dead.
2
GH
kill? Can you
also
get
in
out?
trouble. The snowball will hit. Barely stunned. There's a tag team on top of this, and GH will fall too. The gank is successful for Boom.
Yeah, beautiful play by Boom. Even like sometimes when you're down, you get a little bit discouraged. Like, oh, we're so weak. We can't do anything right now. Oh, you can. And they know it. They show it here. They smoke up the
Good
right
kill.
heroes. They use their spells properly.
Okay.
Zeus ult as well. Yopach gets to hit some creeps, then pop in the.
Looking at
Thunderbolt's
middle,
Wrath
the
at
hook
end
from
to help
Pudge.
himself
He
a little
hooks,
bit
he
here.
gets DP.
FBZ,
DP sucks
cool
him.
Position. Oh, mind control on DP here.
Yeah, we both Keo. Look how cool it is.
Relocates.
Yeah, relocate is coming.
Silence.
Samil.
Action's
He got
coming.
silent, so he couldn't get the Sonic Wave in time. The Snowball might just save him. They're still trying to maximize
Ult.
damage. FBZ. The Cookie actually stuns both the IO and Mind
Oh,
Control.
Pudge is fine.
Samil, though,
Flash
still
sheep,
saving
flash
that.
sheep.
Help him for the love of God!
It's keeping Mind Control alive. Sonic Wave plus Finger of Death will ensure the kill on Yopaj.
Holy
As
shit,
Scam
that's a
tries to
little
keep you away.
scary.
We do not have enough mana for the Earth Spike, so Scam
Keep
will
worrying.
be fine. However, Samil, he got a lot out of that engagement.
Meanwhile, Terrorblade.
Yeah, I
This is a
mean,
good Terrorblade
Nigma, they
game.
understand, right? Spells are down. They're they're angry,
It's
literally
pretty
jumping
good.
in the enemy jungle.
They can kill his
I guess
illusion
Mind Control started out
relatively
the chase
easy.
here a little bit. Here he runs away from FBZ, turns around. They have to relocate. They
Grandma
pop
and
it in,
Zeus a
and
little
as we
bit
can
annoying,
see,
but it should be good.
I'm not sure if that was maybe a bug with the snowball, but it looks like he could have maybe pulled him in a little earlier. Not sure if it would have changed much, but overall just nice play here by Nigma. They come around, and the Flash Heap just keeps Mind Control alive for so long in this engagement.
Nice holding
Kinda ridiculous
ults,
here
actually.
As Mind Control comes in. He has a hook yet, so he's just gonna maybe hook blindly. There we go. Not a bad guess, but unfortunately not gonna find anyone. But they commit for this tower as Dreamocel also joins them. There's the Cookie to make sure that they don't kill Tims, but Tims has been slowed by the Shadow Strike.
Wait,
Now the
it's
reflection as
Ochel?
well. They commit the Metamorphosis. Tims going for Samil, or rather trying to save himself by going for Samil. Turns into a pig, and they turn him into him.
Good job by Nigma. They're setting the pace of this game for
Oh.
sure. They probably understand with what happened earlier that Boom will mainly look to get aggressive around their ult timings, right? With the snap ult, the chronosphere, which is somewhat soon as TB running in a little aggressive. Looking just to steal some farm, you know, since he used the meta around mid. Can appreciate this play. There's always a defensive relocate if he
He's going to
does
normal
ever
items.
misstep, and then GH will just give
Oh,
his life
Scotty,
for that.
BKB over Scotty is gonna cringe.
Now with the mechanism is
There's a lot of magic damage
also
coming
increases
out.
the chance of surviving these combos as well. So
There's a smoke again.
there is a smoke. What is there smoking on this time? They have Chrono again. Mortimer's Kisses too, and this time they include the exorcism. Mochel would be
Crow,
perfect, but Jackie
Uh-oh.
doesn't have the Chrono just yet when he
He's
initiated.
hesitating, yeah.
That's
No,
why
he has
he
it.
was hesitating. He does.
I
But
see. I didn't see that was still on cooldown.
Thank God for Pudge. Pudge
Yeah,
was
so
ready
he
to
went in, it
save.
was still on cooldown like 2 seconds, and I think they saw the Pudge, and if they don't catch
Yeah.
the Pudge, you can just hook out, right?
Unless he gets the 2-man chrono or they have vision on the Pudge
Yeah.
being close by, then he can't really go for it. Perhaps would have been more wise to wait a few more seconds, right? If he did actually have it upon that time walk in, there was like a 1 second edge for a 2-man chrono, but obviously can't cast spells if it's on cooldown.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's something
Very
I tell
wise
people in my
words.
pubs a lot, but they don't seem to understand that.
I tried, man. I tried. It didn't work. I don't know why.
Ping, ping, ping. Why Chrono? Why no
He's going
Chrono?
dagger.
Anyway. Mind Control was just blocked this, or forced a couple of TPs here, because he was trying to actually take the stacks away from Yopash, who just collects them now. Mind Control, though, still in a good position. Could always hook Tims.
Does
His
he
Tims
buy
fast
after
with the
that
snowball. He has no
BKB, I
targets.
guess?
So unfortunately, he can't go invulnerable. Gets hit by the dismember. Here comes the silence. Top of the dismember, but Tims is still slow. The cookie to help him out.
More is
Mochel
coming.
comes in
Help
with a
is
reflection,
coming.
slowing down Tims.
Cop got ult.
What is he snowballing to? Just to the TP.
Line is
Over's
here as
punch
well.
for good measure. Here Mochel's forced to retreat. Tims, that
Coming
he tried to
ult,
put
she has no
himself
mana.
in the Roche pit,
Chrono's
didn't work
going
out,
for
but here
it.
comes the Chrono with the exorcism as well. Silence
save?
receives Sumail, and that's going to be enough. Sumail
Oh,
has to
what
blink,
a
he can get away, but
save!
Silence surprises him here, but a beautiful airspike from Kuroki
Wow.
ensures that everyone but Mind Control can retreat from this fight. As
That
Kuroki,
was
maybe
the
he wasn't
dream
so
play.
lucky either. FPZ is a bit too fast now. Kuroki, he doesn't know what to do against this Ghost Lady. He might just fall. One last Earth Spike setting up for the kill. Finger of Death. The last dying will of Kuroki, hoping to finish off FPZ.
the knife.
The Avenge
Oh!
is not going to happen because Skem kills his demon instead, taking away the gold
Beautiful.
from Sumail. He will die to Sumail, but at least he denied that gold away from him.
GH yanking.
And they do end up taking the Wind Tower here on Boom. Any of these fights where they get to trade kills is actually pretty good for Boom at this point because they're behind, as we see again. There was a very nice hook by MC to start off this fight onto Tims. But with Boom all being around, they get to turn the fight, nice cookie to like disengage and delay a bit because on the bottom half we see that Jackie, he's connecting from mid still. He needs a little more time
Now
to
playing
make it there.
Alliance
And he
entrance
comes
music.
here with a very clutch chrono and we need to pay attention to the Sunder too. I think it may have saved Sumail there. Then there's the tether
Yes.
with the mech. They give a little bit more time. And now it just turns
Okay,
into
thank
like a
you.
little chase
I'm playing
fest.
Alliance entrance music.
Yeah, a couple of interesting things, right? The Sunder was clutch there. The Seeds of Serenity as well were pretty big, right? That also kept the Pudge alive for longer to make
They're
sure
getting
he doesn't,
rolled.
die immediately. That plus the flesh shield, of course. That's the
Didn't
new
even see
neutral.
that, but yeah, that absolutely helped a lot. Does it have it's this green animation on the ground, right?
Yeah, just the green animation.
I see.
It's like acid spray, but good. It's like Warcraft 3
Yeah,
acid
I
spray.
wasn't sure if it's like rot with some new skin or you know some stuff like that. So, but,
I think it'll come later. They'll probably have something new later on. Don't worry, Tims. Okay, he has a snowball. Once again, it's just the snowball, water sponge. Deal as much damage as possible. Delay as much as possible. Well done,
BKB,
Tims.
shame. Let's do this buying.
Nigma took Roche after the whole
Okay,
engagement.
son.
Again, they're gonna always look to just punish Boom when their spells are down, right? You have this Exo bottom lane. We have a dismember into relocate on FPZ.
Yeah, what a fun fight yet again, but this time Queen of Pain joins in. There's no way to cancel
Silence?
TP. Never mind.
Not good enough.
Sorry, I spoke too soon. I did not know the hook wasn't used. He tried to TP in the face of danger. That was never going to work.
Okay, Boom had very strong timings. They're still not weak, but BKBs are starting to come out on this Radiant lineup. TB may look to, you know, delay his a little bit because now again, when you pick up this first Aegis, you can oftentimes kind of have it count as your BKB, so he gets to be a bit more greedy. Sumail has his with the Witchblade, and again, these cores are starting to get very
Yes,
tanky.
Spice got
He
it
has
for
an Io
BKB.
to back them up.
That's the
Sumail
build.
has his own BKB, so they're gonna look to be very aggressive soon on Nigma.
Io can save through Chrono.
Yeah,
They should win this.
what
5k
part of the map
ahead.
do they want to play aggressive?
Right now, so you have the TB pushing waves, right, with the illusions plus relocate, and since you're ahead in the game, you can actually, you have free real estate. You can go wherever you want. Right now, because you're so far ahead, you have two choices that seem good to me. Either A, you force the top tier 2 tower, which I feel like Boom will not give you a fight, so I would prefer them to perhaps smoke somewhere else. And because the TB can do this alone, it's like the Aegis smoke. When you think you're too strong and you have Aegis, they will not fight into this TB. So you smoke generally away from him to look for more already.
Yep. And it seems like they're doing something
they got
similar, right?
Grandma.
They go top, but they catch anyone by connecting and interrupting any sort of
Reveal the
help
ward,
movement
but
set
they're
top.
probably not going to find it.
Now they commit to this tower.
In a good
I presume.
spot.
Most likely. I think the backdoor is down from the wave, so they can just go slap it,
Randy looking very
bring
cute.
it down with the meta.
Pretty good posture.
Tier 2 down, gonna take the outpost. Then active rune, maybe the gang squad, the other three. This is like when you're ahead, it becomes very easy to play these IO drafts. You can play in like 3 groups, the IO plus 1, then 1 guy alone, or the 3 people together that are not with the IO. As now you see Kuro already keeping bottom. And you can see how aggressive they're playing on the map. Not because they're
Rogue is
maniacs,
still so
but because
good.
they can.
Yes.
They understand that.
Unless
they
they
can
lose,
always reinforce each
then
other,
he's
right?
terrible.
With the relocate,
Make sure make
being
it let
tanky
it
and
through
so
the better.
They're also a little bit maniacs, right? Like I think Nigma, they play
A
this
little
way no
bit.
matter what, right?
They were actually very close to catching Jackie bottom with Kuro's
Yep.
Blink Dagger. It was quick fingers on the time walk here, but still, even though he gets to live through the fight, he is stuck in a corner doing nothing, but Boom are looking to help out their king with the smoke.
Indeed, they can't cancel that Blink Dagger in time with the Ice Shard. They did use a
Yeah,
scan
DP
there, so they
looking
knew
good.
someone was up in the high ground, but that's a scan used by Boom. Still 2 cores smoked, but probably going to stop this aggression, at least until the H6 expires.
Need
Oh,
FBZ
Tim's-
to hit
Tim's
level
just no
12
chill?
plus his BKB. Oh.
Tim's just goes into mind control, and he's going to suffer the wrath of a dismembering Pudge, who mind control once more. Thanks to the relocate, they can still kill Tim's.
Oh,
Mind
the
control's going
hooks.
for scan, they're dividing and conquering, but they haven't conquered anything just yet, and this division might actually cost them a little
They're not-
bit. Tim's
okay, they
finally
got one.
falls, but Boom, they didn't suffer that much for that fight. Relocate has been committed to that. There's no meta. It feels like Mochel is just running for the Sunder play. He knows he has
Mochel.
Aegis, so he can do this.
Mochel.
I need Boom. They're looking a little indecisive to me if I look at some of their movements in the fight. Like we have the Tusk running in very far, then his team, they kind of feel compelled to run and help him, but you can already see halfway through that they keep waddling like back and forth with the others because FBZ is like, I need to get my BKB. I would like them to make it easy
Yep.
on each other as Skep is
what's
caught
called
by
building?
MC all on his own in the enemy triangle.
Yeah, MC has been wild. He's been playing like jabs with that game on
AC?
Fnatic, where he played the Pudge off lane.
How is that attack
a
range
madman.
legal actually? What happened?
Well, because he has hooks, he can extend them, of course. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's,
Who is
Yeah,
the
I see you've never
cameraman?
been a butcher, Pezu.
yeah,
I
my
can
bad,
tell.
guys. I'm not experienced with the meat butchering and the 400 attack
Stealing
range
his
punch.
TP.
I feel like Skep should have lived there, but you know, it happens.
Yeah.
Zeus
How
at
important are
zero
the skills and
impact.
supports? Is the flesh heap valuable, or is it just like another 5 kill?
I would say it's just like an added bonus on top of the map control, kind of.
Okay.
It's these kills, they don't do much for like the economics, kind of. For like the Pudge doesn't care too much about the skill, but it's more like the snap is dead for longer. You keep controlling areas, it makes it harder for them to de-ward. Like the Aegis was expiring, and now they didn't really get to make a play on him. I do still think that Boom are, well, they're behind, but their spells are still strong. They need to find a good initiation though.
Yo,
And again, I think it
take
has
it
to
easy.
be on the back of Faceless Void, and he may not feel strong enough to do this without his BKB, right? Otherwise, you have Tim's run in. You're not gonna get a good fight out of a Tusk post 4 running in with level 1 snowball and ice shards.
Okay, he's got the
So
items
Boom
now.
need to
Very strong.
think a little bit
Turbo,
about how
very
they want to play the
tanky.
map. Do you sit back and wait for the BKB to fight? Is that your win
Level
condition
slower,
and your
so this
fighting
guy should
condition
not
for
be
later?
12 anytime
And on
soon.
the flip side,
Sloth
Nigma,
is
they
pretty
know that
weak.
they're ahead. They know that they need this BKB. So you're gonna keep seeing them push up ways with the illusions,
I
play
see
aggressive.
BKB
I would
punch
assume
next.
that they should pop a smoke pretty soon.
Yeah, mind control. He's the one to initiate onto the DP. Dismember. There's no... Okay, there's the damage from Sonic Wave and Finger of Death. Goodbye to DP.
Can't get BKB
Slapped out
off.
of the game, as
Randy
Kevin said.
stomping,
Tim's also
did you get
slapped out of the
damage?
game.
Yeah, this
Skem-
game is over.
His soul's been collected. Boom just lost 2 heroes.
Yeah, great push
Free,
as
free.
well. They kill the defenders. Oh, there's Zeus.
They have the
I guess.
Skadi on TB. Tim's tried to snowball save FBZ there, but I think it's just the range. You need to be so close to get it done, and it didn't quite happen. So he just eats all the spells. He dies. If he doesn't get hit by those spells, there's still
Oh,
the Skadi
no,
and
JP.
Velo on top on
Real
Jackie.
top. Cameraman. Jesus
chance.
Christ.
Because of the relocate, you literally have no space to farm, and even if you want to
Back
take it
bottom.
down...
Bottom. Yeah. Nigma are just not giving them any space.
Getting
to breathe,
really
And I
bad.
think It's becoming harder and harder for them to execute. Like even now at this stage, when you hit your spells, people are very tanky. Like sure, the Zeus has his shard, right, to deal more damage, but people have their BKBs. TB has Skadi BKB. Skadi is crucial for DP to deal with. Even with this plate mail, it doesn't matter. When you play DP versus TB, it always feels like you need to be very close to the TB net worth to, you know, stay alive in the fights. And now it's, yeah, it's definitely becoming harder and harder for them. The BKB on Jackie might be their only saving grace in this game to try and come back, maybe take a fight around the second Roach.
Okay, but the BKB on Jackie still not available. It's 600 something gold away. Jackie is going to join his teammates for now. They're in an okay position. BKB, they hook
the hook
as well.
is killing. Trying to stun a BKB target.
Will survive. Can still
That's Croaky being a little old.
He's killing back up thanks to his Spirit Siphon. Sonic Wave is not going to clear him just yet. FPZ though uses full BKB duration for this fight, and that sacrifices Tim's regardless. FPZ's on the run. They still see him, of course. Sumail jumping over for the DP. Mind control. Ooh, that hook was so close. And now the counter initiation from Jackie. It's
the full heal on top.
Dreamocel seems to just die here. They melt him. It worked out for Jackie as Skem falls in the middle of this. Sumail trying to help out Pudge here. Mind control unfortunately won't last long enough, and GH is also in a pickle. He's going to be time dilated and killed off with a silence hitting off this poor Sumail. And that's the final core they need for this team wipe. Boom! Have just come back into the game with a beautiful chrono.
How do they do this? These guys are like, every game they go 10k, 12k behind, and then bam, they like turn it up. They go here together, they again, on the back of this great high ground ward, you see Sumail here.
Now look at the line stun. I stun.
They're up 10k gold, they know that they can play aggressive.
It's true.
They have a great hook on a DP.
Was he maybe...
FPZ ends up living for a long time here, even Tims gets to run away. So the BKBs now are expanded by Nigma. Boom get to retreat to back to the high ground.
He blinked to stun it as well.
They
so you
end
could
up
have saved
overplaying a little bit.
later.
And this great ward, again, I have to point out that Skem just got to place
he sunned the cup. Is that what happened?
Cookie. Hook barely misses, and now the buybacks with the chrono. I think TV maybe messed up a little bit here. He preemptively sundered Sumail to try and keep him alive, but GH also used all of his healings on the Queen too. And then the team fight kind of fell apart on the back of the buybacks as well.
Wow. Well, I did not notice that. That's a good call. I mean, that initiation as well, or not really initiation, just whatever FPZ was doing there was really impressive. He honestly played
Roche,
that
they're very
just
lucky
on a nice edge.
There was a late Roche.
Teetering there,
very lucky.
staying alive, despite the Scotty and the TB. This is a pretty good start. Of course, no matter
it's your mom.
Oh, Kuro going a bit ham here.
Okay.
Okay, they hook. They're like, well, I either hook Kuro, I hook someone else. And either is good for me.
Well, he missed though.
Okay, so Roche is up. This fight is important. Nigma want to force this.
Okay, no void ult.
There's no chrono available. No Thunder God's Wrath yet. EXO is up. I want to see how Boom, you know, kind of react to this. They need to help.
Look at the healing.
To delay this as long as possible. One for the meta to cool down, and for the chrono to come closer to being available as well.
We just missed Earth Spike, and that's going to be FPZ's go signal. Unfortunately, FPZ realizing that he can't really deal with the TB, gets hooked back to the sentry. The Glimmer is not going to save FPZ. The Cookie might, though, but Sumail, he was there for the counter. And he's going to finish off FPZ. Yes, Sumail now fighting Jackie head-on, finally blinks away. Kuroki in a difficult position. He's going to sacrifice his life for this fight, but Kuroki's doing a lot of damage to Yopaj while he goes down. Tim's trying to keep
How did he not
busy.
stop? I thought they were winning.
It's not too bad. Maybe
what?
I think there's a world where you can play
a little
more safe on the DP, wait out a few more seconds, but basically what they wanted to do was to delay the Roche. They did just that, right? Meta is down, BKBs are down as well, so they smoke up because even though FPZ is dead, they have their chrono ready and all their other spells.
Yep. And it's going to be Jackie initiating here, like I said. There's the chrono, and it hits the perfect two targets. Kills first, though. The cost of the TP, the hook is too late. It only gets the void. Dismember, though, might just kill him with Sonic Wave to guarantee the kill on Jackie.
This is
so
not
both
good, but
fairies
it's
are dead here, with Skem showcasing the new shard. That's going to kill off Sumail as well. And Mind Control, Mountain Trouble has no flesh sheep yet.
Actually,
3 more seconds, finally got it with a relocate from Io. He'll be fine. Does Boom stay around and wait for this Io to come back? I don't know. Lion's coming.
They were like 9k ahead.
I want to fight this.
If you're Nigma, I think you need to save this IO. He just bought back to make this play. If you drop him, you're dropping the Roche.
The cookie's good for the IO. The snowball stops Dismember as well. Those ice shards do stick Kuroki in a difficult position. They're going for GH next. They're ignoring Mind Control. GH trying to run away. One last tether. GH not gonna live against the Thunder God's Wrath. As Tim is trying to cancel his TP. Another beautiful cookie from Skem. That shard really coming into play. What a damage source from Skem.
No, Randy, you're out of the alliance.
It's Pog, man.
Look, I don't know what's happening. Is it a Warriors Kiss? Is this a cookie? Is it both?
He tried to save the Copter out of the fight, and
I love
again.
seeing it.
The big place, and now he cries.
That's why you read the patch notes before the games, guys, just so you can figure out why there's so many globs.
Croak has been
They're
chosen
actually
Giga
coming
hard
back
though.
into this game, man, now.
Yeah, they're ahead now.
The last
It's around
3
the second
fights,
row,
Croak
you
has
can
been
see
like
on
a
the right
retard.
side, they're
No
finishing
offense.
it now.
Sumail?
Oh, Sumail!
He almost snatched it, but instead, he's forced back to the BKB. Okay, maybe he kills Tim's in the process. He really wants something out of this reflection. Actually gets Tim's life. Scam is the next target. Scam,
Okay,
use your
okay,
cookie. No
okay.
time. In comes
Okay.
Jackie, but unfortunately not fast enough to kill off Sumail.
So
I mean, he took the
they got
the
the Roche kill.
Yeah.
Did he get the shard?
I think so, yeah, right? Because he has the upgraded blink. He didn't have it before.
I'm guessing he didn't buy it. So he killed the Tusk. He also got the Roche kill.
That's pretty
and
big.
I assume I'm pretty sure because they're 3,000 gold up now after these
That's
2 kills.
pretty big.
that
Yep.
He stole the
Big
shard
save.
plus got the Roche kill and ended up getting like 2 bonus kills. Really nice play by Sumail. Understanding that he can kind of go
The
in
king
here
is
with
carrying.
the BKB charge, that he's somewhat invulnerable. Chrono is
The hell
down.
was that?
Sure, he can get punched, but nice play by him.
Come
So,
in.
You know, kind of turn the situation into maybe not an ideal play for them, but make the best out of it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I agree with you. I think that Nigma managed to make it so that the game is not completely Boom's favor after that Roche goes their way. They still have really good chances, of course. After all, they have a TB. But Boom, they found their way into this game. And they're definitely going to seize this opportunity. Mjolnir almost completely on the Faceless Void.
Nice.
And Zeus also trying to finish off that E-Blade.
Okay, Jackie is definitely back in this game. He
Yes.
got a lot of the kills earlier. So the Aegis is now in Yopaj. So
The Son of
obviously
Voids is a
that
little
helps
scary.
a lot. I feel like Zeus
4K
is really not
lead,
the
playing
best
against a
Aegis
Pudge
carrier,
and Io
because
though.
when this hero
It's
dies
extra
once
hard.
in like a weird position or
Luckily,
in like a
Randy's
team
choking
fight
him
that
up.
isn't going
He
too well,
forgets
you can
he's
usually end
not a
up dying the
support.
second time,
He
but
should be
either
killing
way,
here, it's not
good
saving
for
comp.
them. But now what's most important about their draft is that their damage from like the Void and so on is really starting to chime in, and Void's game is starting to become a little easier, right? He has his BKB, he has the shard now,
Sonic
he has a
Wave
Hyperstone,
wait,
he
what?
has the Mjolnir completed.
Sonic Wave
Maybe he
equivalent
takes his Mindbreaker,
60
and his level
seconds?
20 talent is coming up. With the attack speed and Chronosphere, it's always a
Wow.
game-changing
Yes.
talent for this hero. Because you start going from halfway
Spoiled.
killing heroes to you can blast this TV. If you have someone on the IO or you block the hook, there's definitely a way where you can engage all of your stuff on the TP or Queen
Cop
if their
20.
BKBs are not yet popped.
Right, and as Void can bash the TB, you also have the help of the Zeus, who's slowly becoming a little more useful, right? So he can also smash the TB, as he naturally does. Honestly, the
Absolutely.
cookie from Skem might actually be a big source of damage for the TB, now with a shard.
Scam has been doing a lot in this game, especially over like the last, like ever since they came back in this game.
Nice,
Trying
he's
around
doing raw
play in the
damage.
jungle
Not
with the
month,
high
though.
ground ward dropped, a lot of these cookies in the recent fights. I think Boom is starting to feel it again in this game, and they're definitely, you know, showing it, getting back in the game. And this Faceless Void versus TB matchup, it's the TB has been ahead the whole game, but the Void is starting to crawl closer and closer, and this matchup becomes very good for Faceless Void later in the game. You can permanently man up on him with the badges. You have the Chronosphere. You kind of get to choose your fights, whereas TB, he does not, right? He goes to a fight, he pops meta, he's committed to this fight. You want Faceless Void, you get to choose when to Chrono, you can time walk in, you can reverse time walk out, and choose your own fight.
True.
Chell, he's fine for now. He gets the healing from Mind
Okay,
Control
gets
here as well.
half tower. That's
You're right.
okay.
What is it that Nigma can do to mitigate this matchup? Is there something like Queen of Pain can build into, or Pudge, to make sure that the Void is not as impactful against TB?
I do think it's more about Nigma's heroes staying alive rather
Oh,
than
okay.
focusing too much on
Pudge
killing
one shards
the
is saving
Faceless
a lot
Void and
with
so
the
on. So I think
BKB.
the way you want to position yourself on Nigma is that your Lion and your IO have good fights. You want the IO to like heal the guy that they go on, get a potential relocate out, because this IO, so does he have buyback? Still on cooldown. So yeah, the IO is one of the biggest kills. I do think that Nigma's lineup falls apart if you take out the supports. The TB is very easy to be kited in this game by Zeus. I mean,
Totally.
if Nigma have a chance to like blink hex the Faceless Void and
Right.
then hook him in, he is pretty much dead. That is like
Nope.
one of their defensive tools. That's
Okay.
there.
Beautiful Lotus
Force
from
the BKB.
NPC. That stopped to dismember. And now Sumail
This
wants
is good
Sumail
for
in this
the
fight. They
BKB
almost punch
double.
Sumail. Everyone's BKBs are up. Look at that Chrono.
The hook.
Sumail's a target, but they hooked the Void out of his own Chrono.
Relocate.
And then-
And he couldn't deal damage
He's
because of it.
healed.
And now
commit.
they're in a pickle. There's no more
And
chrono.
here's
NPC's
Randy.
being thrown to shreds.
Snowball.
Luckily, the snowball will save him for now.
Cop puts it out there, Sully. Go in.
FPC another Lotus Orb will keep him alive for a little bit longer, but
Going
finally the
deep
TP
instead.
is
Nice.
onto him.
Switch
Mortimer's
target.
gets though raining down, and Hellfire will bring down this Queen of Pain. A Skem at least
Cop
guarantees that a mid
died.
laner dies.
What the fuck?
Yopaj, a bit too close for comfort, has to jump himself to safety. Jackie gets dismembered, but has a time walk for now. And now
Nice,
with a blink
manning
dagger
up.
from Mochel can
Does
chase
he
after
crit,
him.
crit,
One more
crit,
time
crit,
walk's
crit?
ready. Do we have a hook? We do not, so Jackie is safe
Wasted
and
hook.
sound. Skem also cut lanes in the middle of this. Skem, stop playing so well. What is he doing with a Snapfire? What an impact.
Snapfire is currently the unsung hero of this game. Two
Yes.
buybacks forced on Nigma. Nice hook back in the fight by mind control to
What?
stop
Double buy-
Jackie from
what
dealing too
the
much damage
fuck?
there.
How are
Was
they
also a
throwing this
beautiful
hard?
chrono. It barely clipped
There's
the
no-
Snapfire in the
there's
chrono.
no chrono,
so that was
but they
a
don't
little
have turbo
unfortunate,
blade
but I don't think it made
E,
the biggest
so
difference. Aegis
that's
did
not good.
expire in the middle of the fight. Great snowball to try and disengage. Then towards the later end of the fight, Kuro tried to blink in and hacks Jackie, but he time walked onto him at the same time, and that really cost Nigma like
Mind
a bit of a
control?
fight as bottom.
He's a
Okay,
madman. He
now
wants for
what?
Jackie, but the cookie
Oh
was
my
saves on
God.
the 4-step too. Skem, the
Sumail?
ambulance. Skem, make sure
Sumail?
Jackie can get away alive. He has another time walk. Jackie's
he doesn't have
fine.
mana
His
for
current
ult.
died though, and
Oh,
Sumail still
no.
wants him.
Sonic
Sonic
Oh,
Wave
yes.
Nick him. That's gonna be a dead Jackie in exchange for Sumail, thanks to Skem's help.
Okay, some crazy stuff going on.
Skem
Sumail's,
is wild, man.
Yeah, actually, this is the impact of the Snapfire right now. The Snap
Oh,
keeps
no.
saying as he gets hooked, they're
You
done.
were saying?
They're done with him.
Oh, the Lotus Orb at least
Snap.
saved him. The
Ooh.
Razor is too strong. The
Oh,
Earth
no,
Spike from
Kuroki's
behind is
actually an
deflected,
agent
and
this
Skem's still
game.
alive. He comes with the
He's
cookie. There's
actually
too many
an
BKBs.
agent.
Skem is finally gonna die. That was way too much Skem. He got overhyped there, but it's fine. Tim's the target. Tim's hard to
Zeus.
kill. Ice shards.
Sunder.
He sunders his teammate there, and thanks to mind control, he'll be fine for now. GH though, a juicier target. Do we have Walrus Punch? We do. So GH could just be bursted down, but they actually Walrus Punch the wrong
Manning
target.
up,
GH
they
is
just
fine
man
for
up.
now. Spirit Vessel still taking him down, but he's not dead just yet. And Dreamocel came back with close to full HP. He still has a Blink
into-
Dagger going for Yopaj, but just got slowed.
Hello?
Mochel, silence now. Mind control
Oopsie.
from behind, dismembering Yopaj as Tim's coming again.
Baiting your
Has the
teammates?
Walrus Punch. Yopaj is
Oh,
trying to escape, and Mind
no.
control's now the one in a pickle. Ice Shards, you're not going anywhere, Mind
Oh,
Control.
no.
He's just gonna die. As FBZ does not quite get
Oh my
Mochel.
God, Randy,
They force
you
TVs
gotta
from
stop
everyone.
with the
Mochel gets
froze.
back home. GH though.
kill this
Did
man,
they see
please.
this? Did they see this? Someone murder him. They have no stuns. Boom, Esports will not get the kill on Io, but they still secured 2 cores. in
Now
that
look
fight.
at Kurok here. I help.
How did he
Now
kill
that's
us? Anyway, let's
after
look at
Lotus
the
was up
hook
for
back.
approximately a
Lotus into
second.
the 3-man Earth Spike reflect.
Bro,
So
what a
Lotus was
by
up for
FBZ.
about a
Scam and
second
FBZ,
there, and he
man, the
still
true
stuns.
MVPs.
Okay, this game is getting into some crazy territory. I mean, Sumail had about 2 minutes to reflect on his his last action in the enemy base. So
Bro,
he's
Sumail's gonna kill
working on a
Scam.
satanic. I mean, they
Where's Randy?
you can
He's
tell
manning
they're
up.
kind of done with the Snapfire. He's like saving everyone left and right. They really want to get him killed here.
Oh, look
he
at this.
barely misses out on the
Oh,
crit spawn here
choke.
on the TV. I guess he thought he was getting feared downhill instead of to the right, so he barely got out. But
Right,
these
'cause
fights are
fear
back
from-
and forth.
Fear from DP is away from DP, right? Not towards
Yeah,
you guys.
it's not towards the enemy fountain. It's just away from exactly where you are. Mid lane, aggressive
2K
hex on
elite again.
FBZ.
Yeah, they almost
refresher
killed
shard,
Kuroki
that's
here, but
big.
Kuroki's alive.
Oh.
FBZ, though, might not be alive for long as he gets torn to shreds by the TB. Yopaj gets away with a little jump. Mochel has
Grab
Blink
Blink.
Dagger in a couple
A
seconds.
Turtle
Oh,
Blade.
Jackie's crazy.
Any
He goes for
hookers?
the chrono. Mortimer's gonna do a Scam. The nuisance, but
Oh.
Scam gets stopped by the hook. And now Scam is being run down by Sumail. Sonic Wave
From
misses. Scam
downtown.
actually avoids it with a Glimmer Cape.
Never
Jackie's capable of time walking
underestimate
himself to
his
safety.
ability to
Jackie,
eat.
though, has been silenced, and the
Wow.
crits are too strong. Sumail
Aggressive
coming in clutch
relocate.
with that Blink silence. They have Yopaj still. They used to relocate. That BKB will not save Yopaj. And everyone on Boom dies. All 3 cores are down. Scam did what he could, but alas, he's only a support.
Oh, the Pudge coming in clutch, boys. You need to. Someone needs to get in this man's way. It's a
Yes.
pretty beautiful chrono, but you need someone has to go in front here. Even if
he
you
should
don't
be
see
blocking
him,
it, though.
you need to try to predict where he is. Sadly, they didn't have a
doesn't
ward
really
that
matter, he's gonna get
ended
eaten
up
then.
seeing him in the fight because this TB, he was dying. He was getting Mortimer's kissed on. He had the Faceless Void
they're
hitting
going
him,
for it.
slapping him in the chronosphere. Oh boy, they're hitting the tier 4s.
There are
And
no
the game.
buybacks, of course.
She's
Nigma doesn't
ended.
know this, but they're just trying to force him. Worst case scenario. DP will come back soon. Will Nigma still commit to this?
Ended.
Will they realize there's no buybacks at all for Boom? No.
I think so. I unless Void or Zeus buyback, I don't see why you would back off here.
Pussy.
They just, I don't know. That's an interesting question, but they're just going for the secure play instead.
I'm okay with bottom. I think the throne in time wouldn't end up dying. I think you take the Rex here you can, and then you set up the top area for Roche. It's gonna be the next fight. And you can likely still take this without the chrono being up. I wonder if they wanna... What do they value more? The meta or the chrono? If they think the chrono is more important, they can just straight up go hit the Roche right now, because they have identical cooldowns.
That's what they're gonna do.
Notice, they scan.
There you go. They find the chrono more valuable than the meta. That's your answer, Kezu. Tim's almost cut Kuroki. They scan this. Okay. You know, like you said, obviously the Roche is being taken here.
Action's
What will
coming.
Boom do? They're coming with a smoke. They're taking the outpost. It's taking too long. Thunder God's Wrath will reveal that the Roche is already done. Well, Boom still fight into this. This is too dangerous now. They're dewarding at the very least, but Scam could be in a difficult position. He's been silenced.
Okay,
and
BKB
Tim's
off.
make
He's
sure
fine.
that Scam can escape. Tim's knows that Scam is the more
finger for
valuable
50
support.
damage.
Respect the hierarchy, Tim's. Well done,
No
soldier.
buyback. On task. He knows his plays in this game.
Yes, he
Scam
does.
is still the...
Bottom.
They need this man to stay alive.
And right now, Nigma, what is their play? Do you just force straight up the top racks, or is there anything that you're waiting for particularly as Nigma?
I don't think you need to wait for anything. One of the two plays you have is that you either push in top, you play chill,
Cop,
and most likely
shard.
just the best play, right? You go up top, you're gonna go hit the high ground
Cop,
with your Zeus.
25.
And you're just ready
Spell,
that if
block,
any of
is it
those
still there?
people overstep, like the Zeus, that
Sonic
you can
Wave damage.
blink hex, go for a
Oh,
play,
they removed
maybe a
it.
hook out, or you play it safe here, you hit him, and then you shard him out. But I think when
damage.
Boom overstep here, you should just go and slap them.
Range Rex will fall for
Okay,
Mochel
they need
here.
a Giga Chat
And
Chrono,
this is the
but
slap,
there's
man.
two
Not
saves. It's
stepping
a
up
little bit
too far.
hard.
They're respecting Nigma a lot, as they should.
And that's the racks gone, most likely. Okay, they try to burst down
Oh my
Mochel, but
lord.
Satanic immediately dispels the E-Blade. Jackie pretending like he's gonna chrono. Everyone knows you're not gonna chrono Jackie. There's an Aegis on Mochel.
Man up. Man up call has been made.
Okay, one last little reflection from Mochel, who's still trying to go for this final play. FBZ activates Exorcism. FBZ, though, they need to use the chrono.
They're committed
Unfortunately,
now.
it's
Okay.
against the Aegis Terrorblade. So, Jackie,
Got
what's your plan
Aegis.
afterwards? Sonic is calling him finally to get rid of Mochel, as Samael is fighting head-on with that BKB. Scam's still a nuisance from the fountain. Scam can't be killed like this. And now they're going
this
for
is
round
not
2. And round
very
2 seems to be working
ponderous.
for them. Satanic got but
that's
TV,
BKB.
but TV can't be stopped. Mind Control instead is the one that walks in. And now the
Feels a little
TV wants to
32.
fight this head-on. A lot of magical damage from Mochel. Still has the BKB.
cool.
Mochad starting to go in. Can destroy
BKB, so
Jackie.
he's
Tim's in
baiting.
trouble too. That BKB cannot stop Dreamocel. And that is going to be the Terrorblade taking down 2, hoping for a third one. FBZ has enough healing, but he sunders his teammate, so FBZ could be in trouble still. Mind Control, one last hook, misses, it's okay. FBZ is down for the count. Scan though, for a cookie. That might give him a little bit more of a chance for Boom. Unfortunately, they have no ultimates to use, so they can only get the stragglers here as Mochel has to go for the tier 4. He might be forced to retreat, still has a swift blink regardless. Jackie actually going for the Easter kill on GH, but GH is too far. Mochel gets one last sunder. And he starts 5 seconds to the next one, so Boom will respect this, and I'll let them escape. Boom holding on to a sliver of hope, Kezu. A sliver.
Let's see for how long. They do get to hold this one, but I don't think
Mochel.
Mochel wants to stay in this lane, in this game any longer. He doesn't have any spells, but he doesn't care. He's gonna go hit the throne,
Yeah.
at least for now. His team is
Plus
coming
an
back.
armor, throne.
That's why they call him Dreamo Chad, man. He's not afraid of anything. He knows he has perpetual sunders and satanic.
Not clapping your friend. That's like, more like it.
Okay, is he just gonna hit the throne like this? Is it? That's how the game ends?
Nico
Nothing
let it
stopping
kick L.
Dreamo
Now,
Chell?
he's high-fiving them. Let's see.
He is.
There's a fear.
He goes back in with a sunder. There we go.
GH
Round 3
also
for
has
him.
cheese.
They finally controlled him. He doesn't have BKB, but they have cheese on the aisle.
You're baited.
That's going to be saving him as the Lion comes in as well. Sonic Wave on top of this. They burst down the void without the enemy carry.
You're doing
Boom
better
understands
than
this
Alliance
game is
kicked out.
over. Dreamocel got the dream of beating his old squad.
That's what you get for kicking him.